This is how you build your biceps. And most lifters think that your bicep only has one job, but the truth is it's a lot more complex than that. If you want biceps that's going to pop from the side or from the front, you'll have to train a lot smarter than that. In this video, I'm going to give you an original workout for your biceps that's going to target all three components. We have the long head, the short head, and the brachialis. So let's get started. First up, we're going to have incline bench dumbbell curls. Now, 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps for this one. For this particular exercise, this is going to target more of the long head of the biceps, which is the part responsible for the biceps peak. The incline angle stretches your arms past your body, which puts the long head in a more disadvantaged position, but in a more activated position. And according to a 2014 research article, it said training muscles in a lengthened position may increase hypertrophy through mechanical tension and stretch-mediated signaling. For the setup, you want to make sure that the bench is at a 45 to 60 degree angle. Sit back and let your arms hang straight down at your sides. Keep your elbows slightly behind your body. This is going to stretch the long head. And when you're curling up, you want to make sure that your arms is at a supinated position, which is just fancy for having your palms face upward. And squeeze at the top for 1 second, and then lower back down for 3. Now, for some key tips, you want to make sure that your upper arm does not move at all, no swinging whatsoever, and use lighter weight to start because the stretch is going to make things more challenging. Next, we have preacher curls with the easy curl bar, close grip, 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps for this one. Now, this is going to target more of the short head of the biceps, which is the part of the bicep that makes your upper arm look more fuller from the front. Now, the great thing about this exercise is the fact that because of the pad, this is going to be more isolated towards the bicep because that's going to prevent any kind of shoulder involvement as we're curling. And according to a 2009 electromyographic analysis, it showed that with the easy curl bar, close grip, and a preacher position, it's going to target more of the short head of the biceps, which is why we're doing this exercise. Now, when it comes to this setup, you want to make sure you sit down, have your upper arm rest on that pad, grab the bar, and you want to make sure as you're grabbing the bar, you want to have your arms face upward in a supinated position. As you're curling, you're going to curl all the way up. Make sure that your elbows are locked into that pad, not moving at all. You want to squeeze at the top for 1 second and then lower it back down slowly. And another key thing is make sure when you curl down, do not have the weight laid down on that platform whatsoever. You want to make sure that all the tension is going to those biceps, because if you let that weight lay that on that platform, there's no more tension on your biceps. So keep that in mind. And some key tips, just 2 for this one. You want to make sure do not go fast. You want to go slow for this one. This is all about isolation for the biceps, as well as do not let those elbows get off that mat, or do not move your shoulders either, because any kind of movement that's not involved with the lower part of your arm, that means that other muscles are working and not the biceps. Number 3, we have the cross body hammer curl. 3 sets, 10 reps for this one. This is going to primarily look at your brachialis and your brachioradialis. Now, your brachialis is the muscle under your biceps. So when you work this muscle, this is going to push out your biceps more, which makes your arms look fuller from the front as well as thicker from the side. Now, for your brachioradialis, that's just primarily a forearm muscle on the outside of your forearm. So when you do your crossbody hammer curls, this is going to make your forearms look good as well. And this is also backed by science because a 2019 research article showed that a neutral grip crossbody hammer curl activates the brachialis more compared to curls where you have your palms upward or in a supinated position. Now, for the setup, you want to make sure that you're going to be standing tall, have the dumbbells at your side with your palms facing your body. You want to curl 1 dumbbell across your chest towards the opposite shoulder. Keep your palm facing in a neutral position the whole entire time. And then you want to make sure you slowly bring that dumbbell back down towards your side and then alternate with the other arm. Next, we have supinated curls, 21. So it's going to be 2 sets each arm, 7 reps, 7 reps, 7 reps. This is going to be your volume and pump movement. Now, supinated curls, 21s are going to overlay the biceps across all ranges of motion. This is going to primarily look at time-under tension and metabolic stress, 2 mechanisms linked to muscle growth and resistance training research. And according to a 2010 research article, it showed that the 3 primary mechanisms for muscle growth is going to be time-under tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage. And when you're doing your 21s, things to keep in mind is you want to make sure you stand tall, have your palms facing up. You want to make sure that you curl halfway down first for 7 reps, and then halfway up for 7 reps, and then a full range of motion all the way up and all the way down for 7 reps. You should feel that burn very, very quickly. And a key tip for this exercise is you want to make sure that you control every rep, go slowly, and don't rush whatsoever. Next, we have isometric stretching and loaded stretching. We're going to do 2 rounds for this one. Isometrics improve neuromuscular control and mind-muscle connection. And the loaded stretching afterwards has been linked to hypertrophy through passive tension and cell swelling. Because according to a 2020 2022 research article, it showed that passive stretching may promote hypertrophy via mTOR activation and cell swelling. So the setup for this one is after you've done your previous bicep workout, you want to stand tall, you want to flex your biceps for at least 20 seconds. Then immediately after those 20 seconds, you want to stretch them. Now you're going to go to a bench, a doorway, or some kind of platform where you're standing. You want to have that your palm against that platform, and then you're going to lean forward to get that deep stretch on those biceps. And you're going to hold that stretch for at least 30 seconds. And you're going to repeat that 20 seconds of flexing and then 30 seconds of stretching twice. And some key tips for this one is do not skip this one whatsoever. It's going to improve your mind-muscle connection and recovery. And you want to make sure that you breathe deep and relax during the stretching as well. So a recap of what we talked about so far, we have peak for incline curls, thickness for preacher curls, width for hammer curls, total overload with 21s, and finisher for growth and control. Now, if you're doing biceps twice a week, I recommend to choose 3 out of the 5 biceps exercises that we just talked about, with the third being the isometric flex with a loaded stretching, because if you do all these exercises all at once twice a week, that's a little bit too much. So again, if you're doing biceps twice a week, choose 3 out of the 5 for each day, with the third always being the isometric flex with the loaded stretching. So if you're tired of cookie cutter arm days, I recommend give this a shot, see your biceps go from every single angle, and subscribe if you want more science-based fitness facts and tutorials. And leave a comment down below to let me know if you want a dumbbell only version. And always remember to make mirrors your canvas, waste your paintbrush, sweat your paint, and mirror drawing always be beautifully unfinished. And until next time, peace.